Alrighty, boys and girls, we got eggs, egg noodles coming. Farm fresh eggs. I mean, farm fresh from butt to bowl in a couple of hours. So, I got two pretty good sized farm fresh eggs. We're going to be using the pink Himalayan salt because, you know, found the eggs Himalayan. Found them laying on the side of the road. So it doesn't work near as good with eggs as it does with deer, does it? So about half a teaspoon of salt per egg. Right around there. That one wasn't quite full enough, so about a half a teaspoon per egg. And a little bit of milk. About like that. About like that. The whisk. You whisk all that together. And I'm going to be doing 2 eggs, so it's 1 cup of flour per egg. So you sift out your flour into a cup, then measure it off. I have 2 cups right here, ready to go in here, and that goes in here. It goes in this egg mix. I'll be using a Dollar Tree fork to mix this with. So you want to start mixing the eggs into here and the flour all together. It's going to be kind of a weird texture, kind of clumpy and lumpy, until you get everything all mixed up together. We do this, and as it builds together, you can either add more milk or water, ice water, or flour to make the texture what you want it to. This one looks like it's going to need a little bit more of the milk to it. A little bit dry. That's easy to do, just like that. Do that until it rolls up into a nice little dough ball. You're seeing that okay, right? Yeah. Other than looking in my ear for brain mites or whatever's. Once we get it so it balls up pretty good, I'll try and keep it off my fingers. Like that, we'll add a little bit more flour to it because it's a little sticky now. Just like that. We don't want it to be too wet, too sticky, or too dry. Just so it starts to stick to your hands. Like that. We'll set it back in the bowl like that. Looks beautiful. I'm going to cover that and let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes. And then we'll come back to it. And we'll start rolling her out and cutting it. Flour fingers on the computer. Alright, we got the dough here. It's nice doughy. We're going to separate this into 2 sections, put one back in the bowl. We're going to roll this one out. Start with a lightly dusted rolling area. I'm using the Tupperware mat, pastry mat or whatever they call it, because I want to. So long sticking. Still can't get used to a plastic roller. Yeah, just can't get used to it. We'll roll the thing out until it's the desired thickness, which in this one's going to be relatively thin. Got springs back, that's pretty. Like that, and we'll pick it and we'll flip it. Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I already got people up on the page when I describe what I'm doing here, saying, "Oh yeah, I miss making noodles with mom or grandma. Gonna have to do it again." So, yeah, that's what I was thinking when I started this process. So somehow mom was a lot smaller or had a lot more counter space or something, but that's okay. Oh yeah, this is looking beautiful now. Looking really beautiful. I don't have one of them fancy pasta cutters for the whatchamacallit, that the KitchenAid. I don't have one of those for that thing yet. Probably ain't gonna get one because the amount of times I make noodles, probably just not worth it. So get it to the desired thickness that you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it over like this. Make sure I get a good dusting on that. Flip it over. Good dusting like that. And then I'm going to fold it again. Just like that. I got it folded twice. It's in 4 layers. I am going to take, not that one, not the cleaver, 12-inch scimitar, and we'll, right in the middle, cut that. That way we have this many layers, right? Starting to shrink up on me. We'll cut them about a 1/2 inch. I like the scimitar because I don't have to drag it across that pasta sheet. I can just roll it, and we end up with noodles like that. We ended up with all kinds of noodles like that. Hopefully they all cut through. Even if they didn't, they're still noodles. So, like that. If you get a little spot that isn't cut all the way through, just break it. Just like that, we have noodles. We'll take the chopsticks. We'll hang them the noodles aren't going to be this full length when I put them in the soup. They're going to be a lot shorter. So I'll take these and I'll cut them in half at the very least, and I will use chopsticks to hang them so that they age a little bit, toughen up just a little bit. But that's how simple it is to make these egg noodles. So I'm going to continue to unfold these and get them all ripe and ready, and hang them over, I don't know, hang them over a cardboard box or something, because I'm just that kind of guy. We want beautiful, beautiful egg noodles. That's just pretty, isn't it? To recap, we start out with 1 egg, 1 cup sifted flour, about a half a teaspoon of salt. Mix it all together, and until it forms a ball. Add a little bit of milk to it, a couple tablespoons of milk. If it's too dry, add a little bit more milk to it. It will turn into a dough ball, just an absolute beautiful dough ball. Let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes, and then roll it out nice and thin, and you have these. I know this is a little more time consuming with the unwrapping and unfolding of these things, or you'd think, but it's really not when you get right down to it. I want all my finished product noodles to be about half this length, not that long, so when they get into the chicken broth and turkey and everything like that, it'll be about that long. So yeah, bite it, whatever out of the soup, and then noodles with it. I have one more of these batches to do at the other ball that I made, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Let me come back to you after doing that other one. I'll come back when the broth is about done, when the soup is about done. We'll throw the noodles in there for about 10 to 15 minutes before the end of the soup, and I'll check all of you just a little bit later.